Welcome back. Well, if you're looking for the total health and fitness assessment, look no further than MICROFIT, and I'm here with Rob. And Rob, it is true, you guys really are leading the way. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, we started this company back in 1986. I actually began doing fitness assessments in '74 and met up with my partner and the president of the company, Paul Vodak. At that time, he's with the Stanford School of Medicine. And we just had an idea that we wanted to be able to provide good assessments for a number of industries, the fitness industry, for coaches and athletes and that type of thing. Had kind of a limited vision at first, and it's obviously expanded over time.
And over time, you have really kind of led the way, and really now we've set some standards based on what you've accomplished.
Right, I'm very proud of that. We're the longest surviving company in this industry that makes fitness assessment and wellness and health related software. I kind of call it the human factors software. A lot of companies and organizations in the fitness industry, of course, make business management software, tracking attendance and doing automatic billing and that type of thing. But we focus strictly on this. This is all we do, and we think we are pretty good at it.
Well, I'm certain you are. In fact, coming up 2009, what is the nucleus and focus of your company?
Well, we just want to continue doing what we've done well. We service a very large industry. I've mentioned health clubs. We do a lot in colleges, universities, in the kinesiology departments, student recreation, also in the College of Pedagogy now for those schools that are teaching physical educators. We have a great new product called Health Star. It's really for kids K through 12 with the growing awareness of childhood obesity and also type 2 diabetes. All of these things are problems that we're trying to address with a very, very good software, particularly designed for the PE teacher.
And that's not all that you offer, though, is it? I mean, you actually offer many different ways for people out there to make these assessments.
Well, we do. We offer, for example, some just standardized fitness testing equipment. We have a very high-end product here, our FAS2 product, that we actually pioneered this concept of taking your basic fitness testing equipment, your scale, your calipers, your strength testing platform, blood pressure, and flexometer to measure your low back and hamstring flexibility, and actually make the devices so they go directly to the computer. So everything really displays in real-time graphics. There's kind of a wow factor associated with this product, and we've been very excited about the opportunity to just enhance and make it better and better year after year for 23 years.
Let's take a look at this wow factor and some of the things that it can do.
Well, Bill, you asked the question, what is MICROFIT's core business or our main focus? And it always has been our software. And this software is referred to as the Health Wizard 5. And fundamentally built into this are 4 products. The first one up here that you notice is our health history. We have John's sample up on the screen. And notice that we're asking the question, does your doctor have said that you have heart condition that should only be dealt with physical activity recommended by a doctor? At any rate, it goes through a number of qualifying questions asking about chest pain, asking if there's been chest pain when you're doing exercise or chest pain when you're not doing exercise, asking if you have problems with dizziness or instability. The basic product that we have is called Fitness Profile, and that's the software that allows us to do actual fitness testing. There's a variety of different kinds of tests. Some of the tests that are actually designed for younger age kids, we have those tests, but the majority of the tests that are used in the Health Wizard are really designed for that adult audience. Several colleges, universities have actually taken our software and they're using it in their curriculum to teach physical educators and those being certified as personal trainers on what they will need to know when they get out into the real world and begin working with kids or adults in this area of fitness. I think there's another thing that's extremely important about our software is we've made it very flexible. That is to say that, for example, we can create test formats that would include age groups from, say, 5 to 19. We have a wide array of tests, so we can do that. When we work with certain kinds of organizations, they may already have some field tests. For example, the military, they have field tests that they do, and those can be added through what we call user-defined tests. Another group would be, for example, fire departments. They have very simple standards that have been set forth by the International Association of Firefighters. They may want to be using some of our tests like blood pressure and body fat, and then incorporate other kinds of tests that are really germane to what they have to do as firefighters. Sports teams, sometimes you have a coach that wants to do a specific test like a 60-yard dash. or they have certain strength standards that they've developed. We have the ability for them to go ahead and to really format those tests in any way they want. We have an awful lot of reporting capabilities, and I brought along 3 basic reports that I wanted to show you. One is that we have what's called an individual fitness profile report. For example, the systolic blood pressure was originally at the high normal, or now considered maybe a little dangerous at 133. She lowered it to 116. So her overall total fitness score, when she entered the program, she was kind of right at the cusp between being fair and right at the fit. Well, she went solidly into this category. Each of those bar graphs are explained to her so that she has guidelines on what she should be doing. The other thing that's important about these reports is certain areas are areas that really have to do with risk. But notice we're able to track her blood pressure every 3 months with this history graph. Not only the history graph dealing with blood pressure, but also we have the history graph of how we arrived at her actual aerobic score on the last test. Again, notice in the area of the fitness assessment, fitness profile, she did well. This is a recap of how she did in terms of the wellness profile. And of course, she answered negative to all of the risk questions in her health history. A fellow that actually was a director of Parks and Recreation, very enthusiastic young man. Actually a young man, he was 47 years of age, and he had probably the health age of somebody that is in his, let's say, athletic college years. The guy was remarkable. This actually shows you that what we started out with was doing his blood pressure, which involves his systolic, his diastolic blood pressure, and also, of course, we were monitoring his resting heart rate. After we did that, then we weighed George. We got his height, we weighed him, and then what we did is we measured his percentage of body fat using calipers and a standardized protocol called a Jackson-Pollock 3-site measurement. And so that was able to determine that his body fat came out quite lean at 11.2%. After we did that, we actually put him onto a bicycle test, testing his aerobic capability. In fact, it's this bike right here that we did a lot of work for in developing a protocol for the military, where the bike is actually controlled by the computer. We actually refer to that as our RoboBike technology, and it's very exciting. And George was a good sport and finished off the aerobic tests in, I believe, somewhere around 9 minutes, but came out with a great score, as you can see. And the next thing that we had George work on was his back flexibility, where he did really quite well. The first time when I experimented with him, he came in earlier this morning, his flexibility wasn't very good, and we began to work with him a little bit on some stretching, what we call PNF stretching. He actually improved his sit-reach measurement by 6 millimeters over that period of time when we did the stretching. So he went from kind of a very high fair right into a solidly fit category. This guy, as you can tell when you look at him, is really strong. I mean, he has got the proper chest-waist differential. His, it should be somewhere between 6 to 8 inches, and the chest should be larger, and his was larger. And his strength factor was amazing. He did a bicep curl of 137 pounds when the average male that does somewhere around 100 is considered to be in the excellent range. Overall total fitness score, he came out in the excellent range with a possible 81 points out of 100. So to say the least, George was one very fit individual, and it was a lot of fun to have an opportunity to work with him. I do want to mention that MICROFIT has developed this software called Health Wizard, and also developed the program for kids called Health Star, and some equipment that helps to carry out particularly fitness assessments. And we're not really a consumer product. We primarily are dealing with organizations, personal trainers, fitness clubs, wellness centers, but we can be located at www.microfit.com. Again, it's just www.microfit.com. And again, it's been a privilege for me to be part of this program today.